What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back again with another freaking video, and this one right here is all about Veronica in the most recent episode of 90 Day Fiance, The Single Life, Season 3, Episode 8. But of course, before we get into it, let's start off by giving a big massive shout out to every single person that is a member of the channel, that is a member of Patreon, and that is a subscriber as we continue to grow. And also at the same time, do not forget that we have got a new channel, RetroMADNESS, where we are doing retro reactions to 90 Day Fiance and so much more. The link is down below in the description. But with that being said though, let's get into this week's events with Veronica. Yeah.
Justin called me up and asked me out this weekend, but things took a big nosedive after Asheville. Justin dropped the bomb on me that he might be moving to Florida with his ex and his kids. He knew what he was doing, and he intentionally withheld that information until after we had slept together. It's been like 3 weeks since Justin and I got back from Asheville, and like, it feels like we've taken so many steps back. I haven't seen him in weeks. I'm hearing from him less and less. But there's a big part of me that wonders, was he really just trying to like hook up with me, and now that we've like had sex, he just doesn't care as much anymore?
I mean, listen, the question is why are you still bothered about him? You should have moved on. From the second that he told you that he may not be here, and the second that his actions started being shady, shall I say, his moment, you're like, you know what? It's all good. There's plenty of other guys that want me. Even if there isn't actually now, but there's going to be, you know what I mean? So, the really and truly, why is she still talking about him? It's not rocket science, is it now? Especially given the fact that she's a mother as well. She shouldn't even be in a position where she wants to waste her time with someone that clearly isn't transparent or clearly isn't giving her the full attention that I guess she deserves. You know what I mean? But hey, we continue.
There's a part of me that thinks like he's just, what does Tim call him? A boy. I would love to bounce some of these thoughts and ideas off my best friend for his conversation, so I've had to figure it out on my own. I got super cute for this date, and hopefully that will spark something in him. Hey, stranger.
Hey, I feel like it's been forever.
It has been. Somebody's been ignoring me.
No. You've been ignoring me.
I'm literally like the only one who ever tries to like do anything.
No, not true.
Dude, I don't understand at what universe you think that you're putting forth the effort to communicate.
Okay, so what I might not be doing is putting forth like the everyday effort, right?
Okay.
I mean, I know
you're putting
like,
in the once every 3 weeks effort.
No.
But it's been 3 weeks.
I just, when I have my kids, I'm so like disconnected from everything.
So every time that they come around, I just cease to exist.
I really dislike it when people throw their kids under the bus. They use their kids as an excuse. No. Be honest. Be upfront. You know what I mean? Cut the BS, bro. Cut the BS. Come on now.
We haven't seen each other in a few weeks, and I expected a different reintroduction, I guess. Veronica was very quickly aggressive.
Oh my god. Back to what I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Your kids aren't going anywhere. So like either you have the ability to make time for somebody else in your life or you don't.
Mm-hmm. Okay, fair. I'm sorry that it hurt you, because obviously my intention was not to make you feel like less of a priority. And I understand how you might have taken that inactivity or not doing those things, lack of communication, all those things, right, as a stopping place. I'm sorry. I am.
I don't know, Justin. I just want to feel like the person I'm dating is going to make time for me, is going to...
I get it. I'm sorry.
So did you have the conversation with your ex about moving to Florida?
Like, listen, it's a better move for the kids.
You've already decided that you're going. Okay.
If we move back down to Florida, we have a network. We have my family. Everyone, their cousins are there. Everyone's there.
But where do I fit into this? So,
well,
like...
Would moving to Florida be a possibility? Yeah, like, if it is, great.
The question you're asking me is to prioritize your ex and your child over mine.
That's not how it is.
How can I move to Florida without those things being true? But you're asking a rhetorical question because you know the answer, Justin.
I mean, like, raw. They haven't even known each other that long, though. And we're talking about moving to Florida now. Why would she be in the position to want to pick up and move just like that? Is this conversation being realistic right now? Because I'm not seeing the realism behind this conversation. They have not been together for that long to even be having this. At the end of the day, listen, like I said before, she should be like, you know what? It's cool. I'm out. I'm not going to waste my time. He's been vague, he hasn't been communicating, all that kind of stuff. Why are you here? Like, Veronica, why are you still here? And you know what though, when man said that she's coming across aggressive, nah, she wasn't coming across aggressive. She just wants to know what the hell was going on because you ain't been up front. or you've been MIA, you know what I mean? But we continue.
So now, you not pushing back on your ex, like, means that you're moving to Florida.
We had 2 conversations. What do you think those conversations
I don't
consisted
know.
of?
They consisted of her saying that she's more important and you saying, I agree with you, ex of mine, you're more important than my current relationship.
Essentially, if we move back down to Florida, it's the better move for the kids. We have my family. Everyone, their cousins are there. Everyone's there.
So what am I supposed to do with that? Justin prioritizing his ex over me is complete bull. The fact that he has such an issue with me having a friendship with my ex, and he has a very close relationship and co-parenting friendship with his ex, is just like such a double standard.
I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree with that. You know what I mean? But to be honest with you, you know, he wants to be close to his kids, which is fantastic, and he should move. That's it. And I think that's it. You know, like, I don't know why this is a conversation. Obviously, she obviously likes the guy, but he's decided to move to Florida. You know, obviously with his ex-wife and the children, because obviously he wants to be near the children. And if that's what he's going to do to be near his children, and that's something that he's able to do because his work allows him to move, then it is what it is. Like I said before, their relationship isn't strong enough. It's not old enough. It hasn't matured enough. Like, it's a very new relationship. He's in no position of where he should want to, you know, potentially not want to go to Florida, you know what I mean? But and also at the same time, she's in no position where she should want to go to Florida because, again, their relationship isn't, like, they're not even boyfriend and girlfriend, are they? Like, hold on a minute. Are they even, they're not even an item, are they? This is a bloody waste of our time. Come on now, man. What? I just realized that, you know. Anyway, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. And don't forget Retro Madness. Link is down below in the description. But let's continue with this interesting madness.
And even more important, does he have a solution? Is he ready and willing to fight for me and for us?
Is moving forward with a relationship together, is that feasible? Is that an option we have? And that's what this whole conversation is about. Is like, if me moving to Florida, like,
yeah, you moving to Florida is a deal breaker.
That's what I'm saying. Is it?
Especially when you're acting about it this way, where it's you get your way and I get whatever bull is left over afterwards.
Well, then tell me
and
what
if
your
I want
thoughts
isn't
are.
cool.
Tell me what your thoughts are,
I already
please.
told you my thoughts. Can we not have to uproot my child and my career?
That's not how it works.
Life doesn't work by compromise. Life works by your ex gets everything she wants and we're just living in her world.
I didn't say it didn't work by not having a compromise.
Oh, okay.
What I'm saying
What's
is
the compromise?
It's not always just this math equation.
Okay.
You are the factor, you're not the factor.
I'm not a factor.
You're not the factor. You're not the single factor.
What is the single factor?
There is no single factor. That's what I'm trying to tell you. There is not a single factor. There are lots of factors.
Okay.
And you want to be the only factor.
Not at all. That's not at all. What I'm saying is, where do I play into this compromise? Where am I in a place where I can have a viable relationship, where my feelings and my needs were taken into consideration, where my child and my career were prioritized just as much as your children and your ex and her career?
There's lots of things to consider, right? I have to consider her, I have to consider you, I have to consider the kids, a lot of that.
You don't have to consider her. You know why? Because she's your ex.
Just because he's my...
Savage. You don't need to consider because she's your ex. Ah, God. I mean, listen, if she's the sole parent of the children, sadly, he has to consider her. That's not... There's no denying that. I think obviously with her though, she's had kids, but the baby father hasn't been there. Tim's obviously been the one to step up anyway, so she doesn't really have the experience of having a healthy co-parent a co-parent relationship with the baby dad of her children, and that's why her mindset's probably where it's at. You know, which I wouldn't call it flawed. It's just that she's had a different experience of being a single mom, shall I say, and obviously, you know, he's got a different experience of being a dad and still having a healthy relationship with the ex. And that's why she's probably not unable to see his point of view. But like I said before, it's a very simple thing. It's 1, 2, 3. Walk away. But also, I had to legit just Google how far North Carolina is to Florida. Because I know she's from North Carolina. No, is it? Yeah, Charlotte's in North Carolina, right? Because I saw Charlotte, NC. It's got to be North Carolina, right? Yeah, isn't it? Anyway, either way, it's a good 10 and a half hour drive from North Carolina to Florida, and I guess it depends what part of Florida, of course. Obviously, I don't have that logistics if you dig what I'm saying. But at the same time, though, if we're looking at Charlotte, North Carolina, if I can get that up on this stinking bloody thing, I'll be back with that. Anyway, let's continue.
Ex doesn't mean she doesn't matter.
She shouldn't be a consideration.
Why not?
Then why aren't you dating her, Justin?
I am a little upset that Veronica is reacting this way. She feels like she's been lied to. Or...
So Charlotte is 9 hours and 16 minutes, but again, it depends on which part of Florida, of course, you know what I'm saying? And that's if they actually are enough, you know, they are, but that's where she's from. But anyway, whatever. Either way, though, I don't think that the relationship is sustainable at this point, 100%. You know, that's if they're in a relationship, yeah. Because that 9-hour journey though on a drive, fish. I mean, unless a plane ticket is cheap, because that'll be quick, of course. Or unless there's a train that's really quickly and cheap, then maybe. But nah.
Or let on, or what have you. So, I can understand maybe being hurt or let down, but I don't think it's pushing us in a direction towards a solution. It's being more destructive.
Do you feel like you lied to her?
I don't feel like I was malicious in my intents. I don't feel like I lied to her, at least not on purpose. But at the end of the day, I have to do what's best for my family.
When man said, "I don't think I lied on purpose," bro, a lie is a lie. There's no such thing as I lied on. I don't think I lied on purpose. A lie is a lie. It's as simple as 1, 2, 3. What kind of nonsense is this?
My kids. Best option for us.
For your ex.
For our situation, and I get to move back to my family and our network and people that we're not here alone. I'm sorry, but that's what it came to. That was the result of the conversation.
But don't sit here then and say that you're trying to take me into consideration when you're obviously not.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry you feel that way. There's no more I can say.
You haven't said enjoy your life with your ex. It sounds like you two will be very happy together in Florida, okay, with your kids.
Still separated, but yeah.
Oh, it's okay. Because this way you can go torture somebody else who lives in Florida instead of me.
Okay.
Well,
all right.
Take care of yourself. I am just so angry.
She's hurt. Nah. I mean, listen, now her mindset is flawed because her reactions are now based on emotions and not necessarily like whatever. But either way though, I'm happy that she decided to walk away. I mean, listen, if I come back next week and she's back at it again, trying to chase him down, and oh my days, my respect levels are just gonna get even lower for this woman, you know what I mean? But yeah, whatever. I feel like she did the typical female thing. Correct me if I'm wrong, ladies. Where she turned up, she had the cleavage out, she had the legs out. She was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna show him exactly what he's missing if he decides to go the other way." It didn't work, and now she's even more pissed because that didn't work. Correct me if I'm wrong, ladies. Tell me that wasn't a tactic that she tried to do, and because it didn't work, it just aggravated it even more. Let me know.
So hurt. I'm so disappointed. I'm the first to admit that I am such a control freak. I like to know where everything stands. I like to be in control, and this is something I can't. There's definitely a part of me that regrets that I ever started dating Justin. I'm not looking for a boyfriend. I'm not looking for a buddy. I'm looking for a husband.
So that's what it is basically. Her biggest issue is the fact that his ex-wife is still in his picture and she's afraid that she can't control him as long as she's still in the picture. That's what it is in a nutshell. So that's why she had to bounce. Fair enough, man. At least she knows who she is, and it's important that when you know who you are, you find the right person to fit the bill of who you are. But also at the same time, you also fit the bill of who they are too. It's not a one-way streak in a relationship, you know what I mean? But sadly, we do live in a world of where some people are happy to be absolutely submissive and be like, listen, it's all about you and me. I'm just here to give you everything else you need. And I guess if that makes you happy, that makes you happy. You know what I mean? But either way, though, you guys let me know exactly what you're thinking down below in the comment section. Like I said before, though, don't forget to go to RetroMADNESS and subscribe right there, as well as here. Like the videos over there, as well as here. If you dig what I'm saying, I'll catch you guys in the comment section. We are done and we are out. Peace.